For a lot of us, the holidays are a stressful time of year, whether that stress comes from work or from traveling, from money, or just from a big gorilla named the IRS. I forgot to pay my taxes again. It can all be a lot, but we are gamers.
Yeah!
And we have cozy games.
Okay!
These comfy games can help alleviate some of that tension, allowing us to revel in the better parts of the season and bring back joy to our holidays. In the past, I've talked a lot about short games and relaxing games and Fortnite game, but the criteria for being a cozy game is vibes-based. And by vibes-based, I mean completely subjective. And by completely subjective, I mean I don't care about your opinion. So today, let's have a look at some cozy games. Comfort is most reliably created by familiarity, and you already know what Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing are. They're little life simulators where you farm and build and take down the big bureaucracy, like the IRS.
I'm gonna get audited.
You also already know that these games are classically comfy. It's pretty much their entire selling point, and a lot of people attribute it to the citizens of these games or the art style that they take up. But what I think most creates their comfort is their simplicity and their malleability. Hopping on for a day of Stardew or a few minutes of Animal Crossing doesn't feel like a chore, even though that's most likely what you'll be doing. It feels like a quick stop as you come to put every piece in its place, every crop in its line, and every knickknack in its spot. The comfort is in the agency you have over the world and the simplicity that that agency takes form in. In the holiday seasons, the world can feel chaotic and out of control, but these games put you at the helm, allowing you to be comfortable in their predictability. But miniature open worlds are one of my favorite avenues for comfortable game design. A Short Hike is the poster child of comfy games. Every piece of it, from its art to its music, from its objectives to its characters, is designed around creating an experience that is comforting to the player without causing any pressure or anxiety. A Short Hike is purpose-driven on making you feel like you are a part of this small island community, and for me, it is incredibly effective. Its miniature open world is big enough to get lost in, but never spreads itself too thin, meaning that each area retains its familiarity. The spiritual successor to A Short Hike is a game called the Lil Gator Game, and while that name might be silly, so too is the game. It's pretty silly. But that silliness is what's so adorable about it. In a lot of ways, it feels like a short hike, but what sets it apart is its commitment to creating that feeling of childlike wonder, and that's really the central cause of its comfort. You battle with sticks and dishware, you fly around with a shirt glider, and you run like an absolute idiot. Regardless, it's a treat to be transported to this silly world, to meet its silly characters, and to relive a piece of my childhood, even when it's told through the lens of a little alligator. But what makes the holidays all worth it is the food. I mean my family. That's what I said. And many games are also driven by the interactions that we have with their inhabitants. Such is the case with Toem, a game all about interacting with others as you set out on an adventure to solve people's problems using your little camera. It is an unselfish little journey through a cute world where you get to revel in the oddity that is the people around you. The world is full of characters and full of life, and over the course of the game you become very comfortable within each of its spaces. But on the complete other end of the spectrum we have Outer Wilds, which lets the player loose in its loneliness. But much like Toem, it is still these character interactions that drive its comfort. Traveling through its empty space means that every real interaction feels so much more important. The comfort to be found is in the music played by other settlers splayed throughout the galaxy. Finding them brings a peace, and their music is an extension of that peace, as hearing it from across the solar system makes you feel right at home with them. It's a way of interconnecting this space and making it all feel comfortable when it otherwise could fill the player with dread. It's nice to have a reprieve from the repetitive, and comfy games bring about a much needed relaxation in a stressful time of year. That comfort can be found in miniature, cute worlds and odd alien spaces, and even in the simplicity of farming. But cozy games are less about all the features and design elements that come together to make their games, and more about a personal relationship with a game. We all have our own games that we go back to as a form of familiarity, and while mine may be these, and also Fortnite, yours may be a variety of other games. So leave those games down in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. But before I go, I must thank my wonderful patrons for another month of wonderful support. Today our patrons are Nickel Simba, Avon, Doug Merman, Bandwagon, and of course Mr. Kairu. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for another month of support, even though this month involved me uploading a lot of shorts and also not doing a video last week, but thanks for the support. Sorry for doing all that stuff that you probably didn't like. Goodbye!